Hi there, Ada McFarlane with the team at HAL Enterprises on behalf of Schedule Engine. Well, if you're like me, you're probably now on first name terms with the CEO of every business you've ever come into contact with. You've had emails from them every day, and you now know what they're doing in these unprecedented times. You're also pretty far along. Hopefully, all of your team is wearing disposable gloves. We're all singing happy birthday twice and washing our hands, and we're keeping good distance when we're being social. So that's the low-hanging fruit. We at HAL Enterprises have been having discussions internally with our technicians and our leadership team, and I've been talking to friends and business owners across the country about what else we can do to elevate our customer experience and keep our team safe. We're all being challenged every day to balance the needs of our team, the needs of our customers, and ultimately run a business successfully. So what are the best of the best on? Let's talk about it. First, we can look at our supply chain. Certainly things like gloves, sanitation, signs for washing hands are certainly a must. But beyond that, what else can you do? How can you ensure things get from A to B safely? Well, many of my colleagues are practicing touchless or low contact delivery. Simple things like isolating warehouse, isolating runners, and when runners take parts out to jobs or customers, they're leaving them on the curb, they're leaving them in the van, lots of text messaging back and forth. Basically, whatever we can do to make sure that we're being safe. They're having proactive conversations with their vendors about supply chain disruption. They're gearing ahead for when ultimately most of this time passes and we can get ahead with crushing our business. We're being proactive in communicating internally and externally about all things supply. From there, where do we go next? We can think of our office staff. Certainly, we should be, like most people, probably working remotely where we can. We should be equipping our teams with expectations, tools, hardware, etc. Beyond that, what else can we do? How do we prepare for disruptions to service? Certainly, teams like Schedule Engine live and breathe that every day. They facilitate touchless scheduling for contractors to continue to take appointments if there's disruptions in the office via website, widgets, chats, etc. What else could we be doing with our team? Well, there's a lot of great tools out there that some of us may not be aware of. Collaboration and workplace tools like Slack. It's a great app. They have an online platform. It just allows us to share information quickly and in real time, document management. It allows us to collaborate and continue to deliver an excellent level of service, and it also allows us to keep some of that office place culture alive. Also, meeting tools. How do we continue to talk as a group? Things like Google Meet. Most of those tech companies are now offering discounted services or certainly expanded services during this time that we can all take advantage of, and I would encourage you all to look into those things. Lastly, we've been getting a lot of feedback, positive, from our customers about the questions that we're asking. So we're asking things like, hey, is everybody in the home healthy today? And once we're having these conversations, really humanizing this experience, we're also asking, does anybody happen to have any signs of a fever? Has anybody traveled abroad lately? No one's come into contact with anybody that's been exposed, have they? We're taking all of that relevant information, we're putting it in our program, we're making sure we communicate to the techs, and we're setting our technicians up for a wonderful experience. So let's talk about the field once we're in the field. Certainly, whether it's a service call, an installation, or a job site, there's lots of things we should be thinking of. So we've given the tech all the information. What else can he be doing? Certainly, again, lots of disposable gloves. If he's running 4 calls, he should be going through at least 4 pairs of gloves, right? Same with the floor savers. Beyond that, what else can we do? Well, certainly we've got some very proactive companies that are either wiping down tablets before they share them with a customer. Many are choosing to forgo having the customer sign the tablet and simply go with a verbal during this short period. I even heard of one company that's using disposable styluses in a packet to really communicate to the customer they take safety seriously. Beyond that, we're having discussions about how do we keep not just our customers safe from cross-contamination, but our home team as well. So we're doing things like we're wiping down our steering wheel, doorknobs, points of contact like door handles on our truck. We're sterilizing at the end of every call and before we begin another. Another point we may not think of is on the job site. Installations, commercial construction sites where tools get shared, tools get signed out. How are we cleaning those? If somebody walks over and says, hey, mind if I use the Sawzall for a little bit? Do we have a good decontamination process? Again, it may seem like an extra step, but in a week or two, you may be glad you did it. Remember, it's up to us as leaders to lead bravely, thoughtfully, and most of all, keep everyone safe. Guys, hope you're doing well. On behalf of the entire Haller Enterprise team and the wonderful folks at Schedule Engine, stay healthy and take care of each other.